Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's had a great night, ready for a great day. Maybe a choppy blah day, because let's look at the markets overnight. So I find the markets overnight. There we go. Put that there we go. So we have been in a tight, very tight range. We hit all-time highs again yesterday. ES all-time high now, 67.56, and we've been hanging right around 67.50 all night. It's the low, 67.44. The high, 67.54. So only a 10-point range on ES. NQ's been worse. We hit 25,000 yesterday, hit a high of 25,027, and we just been chopping around that number all night. This is one of the lowest overnight ranges I've seen in a long time. Low 973, high of 026. That's a 53-point range. That's it. 53 points. Copper. About 80 ticks in range. Ultra Bond. Peaked up there. Just about a half point. Now gold hit another all-time high. It's back. It's above 3,800 for the first time. 38.24 for a high, and it had a 51-point range. So gold is the overnight winner lately of movement. You see, crude regained everything it lost yesterday. That has about a 130 tick range. Bitcoin still languishing around 113K. So that's where we sit standard, whatever body posture you're choosing to take on this Tuesday morning. News this morning, we have world leaders at the UN General Assembly, and I guess Trump's supposed to talk at that at some point in time. And at 9:45, we have S&P Services PMI flashing us. Okay, Trump speaks at 9:50. We also have a Fed speaker at 10 o'clock. So that's our news this morning. ATR really small, as you can imagine, with having that small overnight range. 2.6 on the 1-minute chart, 4.54 on the 2-minute. Morning, JJR. Been here earlier the last couple of days. How you doing?
Connection lost.
Yeah, possible move down here, short, maybe. A 5-way candle. Eric Curtis, hello. Awesome, Eric. No balance. Like, you mean it starts at 0 instead of starting at like 50K or 25K or whatever? Or like, have you taken any trade in it? Or what exactly do you mean? Yeah, I mean, have you tried taking a trade? Yeah, okay, yeah, contact or support. Something's odd there. Their support's usually pretty good from everything I've heard. We know how that goes. I should have taken that purple candle. Would have given me a quick. Would have given me 5. Yeah, it wouldn't have given me 5 yet, but we're close. Says you leaving already, Stubbs? Good morning, Stubbs. How are you? I mean, I tend to agree. I mean, I mean, this is like the tightest overnight range I've seen in a long, long, long time. Only 53 points in the range so far, so hopefully something gives the market a jolt of some sort. I forget. Do you go for bigger moves, Eric, or do you go for small like scalps? For me, as long as I can get 5 or 10 points, I'm happy. We also have Trump speaking at the UN General Assembly today. It's like there, I botched that. I could have gotten 5 points on that purple candle. I didn't. I could have. So like right now, with the ATR being under 5, I'm going for at most 5 points, and I'm doing it with 2 contracts. And then once ATR creeps above 10, then I go down to 1 contract and go for a higher. Ooh, well, there was a pop. I mean, that was me getting excited about a 7-point candle. Yeah, I've come to rely on ATR a bunch as well. Holy crap, JJR. Not sure I've ever seen one that close before. That's amazing. Wait a minute. Uh, Powell's speaking today at 12:35. Let's be aware of that. Honestly, Eric, JJR discussed this fantasy football yesterday, and I think the key was that his opponent's players didn't do as well as he expected them to, because his opponent had two big players playing in last night's game, and he was expecting his opponent to pass him based on that. So apparently, it was not his players, but Trump apparently has meetings all day. Not only okay, he speaks at the General Assembly at 9:50. Then he has on this docket at 11:10 and at 1 p.m. a bilateral meeting, whatever that is, and then at 2:30 a multilateral meeting. Hey JC, how you doing? Yeah, we have PMI. That's our regular news this morning. Hopefully something makes it interesting. My God, if I had been trading NQ overnight, well, I would have fallen asleep. Uh, so, doing good. Uh, Honestly, I think if we ever do an overnight stream again, I'll probably switch to gold. I I think it should be that way, JJR. You know, if a player does something like that, big like that, they should lose points. By the way, speaking of Asia session, Monday night we return for the Asia session. And I will be trading gold for Asia. doing probably 2 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours of Asia, from like 7:30 Eastern to 9:30 Eastern, or we'll go. I'm willing to go a little bit longer if there's any interesting action happening. And we're going to be trying to do a little bit different format with that. Going to try and see if I can get some prop owners, do some interviews maybe during that time, the evening time, and some other stuff. Q back up to 25,010. Sounded like an airplane. Like an air traffic controller. 25,010. You're clear for takeoff. Yeah, Josh has already said he'll give me an interview in October. They got some new stuff coming out then. Now I don't know if he's available in the evening because he does have kids and stuff too. So I'll have to try and see if I can get him during that time. I talked with his son once, who had gotten his first pack of baseball cards, and he wanted to know if he got anything good. That was cool. No. He got a couple of good players. Purple candle here on the 1. I didn't take the 1 on the 2. A wall, then a 2. Oh. We're going to take the 1 on the 1. And we're going to go for a whole... We'll see if it goes 5.
Order submitted.
So we want 20. Yeah, I took that right on 25,000, which probably wasn't the greatest idea in the world. Let's see if it can break it. All right, let's talk earn a trade. What would you like to know about earn a trade? There we go. Come on down. Almost feel like I should take this here at 3 points. I should have, probably. Struggling at 97.25.
Order filled.
Took it, even though it was another purple candle on the 1. $88 trade. There is a DLL. Thank you, Stumps. There is a DLL, but let's see. This is what I remember. Yeah, pretty sure the DLL is still a hard DLL. It means it fails you. They used to also fail you for doing too many contracts. They don't have a safeguard in place now. They just lock you out for the day. But the two things I like about earn a trade is the trader career path is a fun way of doing things, and they don't charge you a funded setup fee unless you take a payout. And yep, I agree, Stump. So I'm glad I took that there. Turned right around. I just need to do that 30 more times today. Time for some green tea. You're allowed 3 accounts, but you cannot copy trade. Not even one earn a trade account to another earn a trade account. You can use earn a trade as a lead account if you're going to copy to other accounts, but you cannot copy. You cannot use earn a trade as a follower account, even if the lead account is also earn a trade. Getting that purple, well, flirting with a purple candle here on the 2. It went away, so I don't have to make a decision. Why is that, JC? What's going on with the beans? I did get a purple candle on the 1 there. You can see the 1 forming on the 2. I didn't take the 1 on the 1. And I should have. It's going, well, maybe not. It's going half a point. Morning, Amelia. Tell me something good, Amelia. Ooh, I should have taken the purple. That was a nice little drop. Take the purple. Take all the purples. Poop yogurt? See, there's a really big part of me right now that wants to know what that is. And there's a really big part of me that thinks I'm going to regret asking that question. Oh, okay. Okay. So I should have taken the purple. I've been meaning to start taking my probiotic again. I keep forgetting. He tries to bounce back up. Yeah, I don't like yogurt. I don't eat yogurt, but I take a probiotic. I mean, I shouldn't say I take. I have a whole bunch of probiotic from a company called Seed. It's actually a prebiotic and a probiotic with a capsule inside of a capsule. It's really cool. And we popped right back up on NQ, right back to 25,000, which we've been magnetized all night. Coconut's good for medium chain triglycerides. MCTs are awesome. Secret Service foils New York telecoms threat ahead of UN assembly. Uh, Goolsby's speaking, and he was not on the docket. Why? There's keep trying to pop back up here, but I feel like anytime it gets more than 5 points away from 25,000, we should just go long or short back toward 25 that 25,000 mark. Sitting on the top of the bay. Well, yeah, I mean, but you know, right now that doesn't seem to want to get more than 25 points away from 25,000. Morning, Ron. How are you? A purple candle. Got a candle in the wind. What good do you have today, Amelia? Awesome. That's great to hear. morning, John. Oh, that's awesome, though. How many more months do you have to go before you can leave that job? Some might say you've already checked out. I'm glad they listened to you, Amelia. Yeah, it was a tough time. So right now, the 100 EMA is on 24,998, and the 9 EMA is on 24,996. So onward and upward in the company. Big blue candle there on the 1.
Order submitted.
The heck, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go for all of 3 points. Maybe 4. 3.5. I was in late, as usual. Wow, how did I didn't think I got that late? Yeah, it's probably gonna be a loss. Oh, maybe not. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Order filled.
Took it at 2.25 points, so 9 ticks on that one. 2 wins for about 166 bucks. Continue going, but that's okay. Morning, Crypticon. Good to see you. We were late this morning. Glad to hear that, Crypt. Yeah, I mean 2 for 2, very small wins, but I'm using 2 contracts because I'm smaller targets. See you, Crypt. Morning, Robin. How's trading been going, Robin? We're back up to 25,007. We hit 11 earlier. Definitely rangy. It looks like Goolsby's stopped speaking. Nothing's popped in the last 5 minutes. We have about 12 minutes until the top of the hour. Uh, I have issues with Funded Next. Funded Next tries to bribe affiliates to put them in their top three. They've approached Charlie and FOMO both, uh, asking them how much it would cost to for them to get their top spot or in their top three. They don't want to earn it. Yeah, they had sent me an email, probably 4 or 6 weeks ago, asking about partnership, and I just kind of ignored it because the other thing is they've get I know at least with FOMO they've given him the runaround multiple times where they wanted to contact him via three different methods. Finally, it ended up on WhatsApp, and it's seems like it's more hassle than it's worth. And I'm definitely, obviously, I'm not gonna take money to put them in the top three. And just be clear, neither did FOMO or Charlie. Now, FOMO and Charlie are both affiliated with them, but they told them right out, you need to earn it. And it seems like they don't get as much interaction from the company because of that. Like there's some sort of new sale. There was a talk yesterday in the affiliate channel on the Discord how one of them saw a sale being posted by somebody, but they didn't get any notifications about it. So yeah, I've decided to kind of stay away from them for now. Yeah, I've actually considered doing a video calling them out on that practice. Good. Yeah, I have a feeling. I mean, I think they have a lot of money behind them from because they come from the forex side. They have a long. The other thing is I've heard bad things about their forex prop too. Is that they manipulate spreads. So that's the other thing that kind of made me wary. I don't think there's a way to really do that with futures, but just the fact that they're willing to do that on the forex side makes me wary as well. Yeah, I mean, I do take those with a grain of salt, but the thing is though is I have, like I work with, I do, I did become an affiliate of Funding Ticks, which also comes from the Forex side. And I haven't heard anything about them, anything like that. So, when you hear things now, I mean, obviously we've heard similar things about Matt Leach with My Funded Futures, and My Funded Futures I consider top three firms. So I would like to get something going in the Discord channel or something where people post that they got a payout from a company. They don't have to post how much. They don't have to post, like anything, just so we can start seeing a regular, who's paying out. Like, you hear a lot of bad things about Tick Tick. I should say, not bad, but iffy sometimes. But like Ron's been paid 5 times by Tick Tick now. And I think we need to start looking for that stuff. And I think we need a place for people to. I understand people don't want to post how much they've been paid, or a lot of people don't like to post how much they've been paid, and I totally understand that, and or whatever. But I'll just a group of people we trust that we know not just gonna say I got paid because for whatever reason I don't know, and so we can start, legit, making firms sound legit that are legitimizing. Yeah, UAE. I mean, I understand why companies form there. I don't shy away from UAE. Technically, earn the trade is UAE now. Tick Tick is Isle of Man of all places. So yeah, I need to do some reorganization on the Discord. If okay, breaking news, not financial news, Propfirm news. If anybody's never had a My Funded Futures account before, 50% off any plan for new users only. One use. So if you've never had an MFU account before, which probably isn't a lot of people, how populated is our Discord? I mean, we have 1,800 and some odd members. I'm not sure, there's most of those are lurkers, of course, but that's how many members we have. I want to get it more active again, but not DDK kind of active. Well, right now you could get the core 50K for $39, and that's all in. Um, Obviously, the other accounts are as well, but the core 50K account would be $39 all in. No, there's no funded setup fees. Uh, some of the easiest rules in the business, honestly. They allow bots. They allow uh, micro scalping. They allow just about everything. No, let me. They recently redid those plans, so let me take a quick gander at that real quick for the core. Profit target is 3,000, of course. Max position is 3 contracts. Daily loss limit none. Drawdown, end of day drawdown 2,000. No activation fees. There is a scaling rule. No consistency rule. I'm sorry. There's a 50% consistency rule in the eval. No consistency rule in the funded. Yeah, they changed that a couple months ago, Amelia. They everything that they used to be against, they totally dropped. They used to have that really strict micro scalping rule. Now they don't care if your trades last 1 second and go 1 tick, I guess. They allow bots now. Yeah, they dropped all that. Good question. Before they allowed news on one account, one type of account, and didn't allow it on the other. Now I got to figure out what the news rules are. Give me 1 second on that. And Q continues to try and crawl. Uh, on the core, there is no news rules. The core and the scale are not subject to news restrictions. The pro sim funded accounts do have a tier 1 news restriction of 2 minutes before and after on the tier 1 stuff. But you're not allowed to use on the sim funded, you're not allowed to use a strategy that would exploit immediate news birds, such as straddles or strangles, or making news trades as standard strategies. And their payouts are literally within seconds when you request a payout. Busted a move on 6E. Oh yeah, 6E's moving nicely. Yeah, my funded futures is my number 3 overall. But honestly, my number 1, 2, and 3 could all be interchanged. You know, meanwhile, NQ continues to just do absolutely nothing besides put us to sleep. I almost tried to drink out of my cup on the wrong side. Blue candle trying here. Oh, have a blue candle for certain. USC Ace, good morning, good morning. In case you guys missed it, Greg Trades YM posted on the Discord today.
Order submitted.
Is today supposed to be the Rapture? We have Bowman speaking right now, not the baseball cards, but the Fed speaker. Gotta wonder if there was that one dinosaur that kept calling for the end of the world and no one believed him. And then all of a sudden, an asteroid hit.
Order filled.
I got out there with a 2-tick loss. Yeah. Uh, so with 15 minutes to go to the bell, our ATR is still less than 5 on the 2-minute chart, less than 3 on the 1-minute chart, and we still only have a 53-point overnight range. ES is about a 10-point overnight range. +4, nice, JC. Sitting right on 25,000 again. It's kind of amazing. 53-point range and 25,000 is right in the middle of that range. 26 points upwards, 27 points downwards. Uh, let's drop the borderline religion conversation. I'm starting to get antsy. I just don't want anyone getting offended. You know how I am about that. So in a minute, I'm going to be activating my air fryer. Let me know if that can be heard over the. Dude, I didn't even start the air fryer yet. How are you over here already? It's going to take about half an hour for this sucker to cook. Anyway, if it can be heard over the mic, and if it's annoying, I'll make sure it stops. Wait, what do you mean mocked out of their Santa beliefs? What are you trying to say, Ace? All right, can that be heard at all? Oh, damn it, Ace. Was that in retaliation to Snoopy taking down the Red Baron in World War One? So my breakfast today is 8 ounces of chicken breast. I guess if I had a choice, I'd rather be killed than tortured. Bowman's done speaking. Remember, 15 minutes after the bell, we get flashed by PMIs. No eggs this week or next week. This week and next week, I'm on protein sparing modified fasting. So almost 90% of my calories will come from protein. Might even be closer to 95. I'll be eating boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I'll be eating 97.3 ground turkey. And I will be eating canned wild caught salmon. I'll be eating 4 times a day within an 8-hour eating window, or 8 hours or so. And with the goal to have 50 grams of protein, around somewhere between 45 and 55 grams of protein each eating time. Oh, eggs are protein, absolutely. They're absolutely wonderful, and probably the very next time I do the 2 weeks of protein sparing modified fasting, I will add in a couple of eggs. But they're about 5 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat. For these 2 weeks only, for the most part, I want to. Plus, I always cook my eggs and butter. I want to get my body just to burn its own fat with very little coming in dietary. So This is designed to get fat off quickly while without losing lean muscle mass, and should not be done for longer than a couple of weeks at a time, so your body doesn't go into any type of a starvation mode and slow down your metabolism. But the other thing about protein is 20 to 30%, and I'm going with 20% of it gets burned during the calories from it gets burned during digestion. So I'm using 2 weeks of this, part of a full 6 week cycle of I'll go back to being high fat, moderate protein after this. They get those. There must be good bait in those cans. Purple candle forming here with 5 minutes to go. Bounces. Oh yeah, I've kind of forgot about my trash reminder duties, guys. Sorry about that. It got louder. Do you guys hear that now? It's like we're trying to maybe push up here. I don't know. I have no idea what this is going to do at the bell.
Two minutes till the bell.
Morning, Tio. How are you? Doing all right. So we go into the bell with a 53-point overnight range. Overnight high and low touch trades definitely within the shot. Just got to decide which one you want. Come down to start. Overnight low 973. Gold pulls back. Even the open doesn't have any oomph. Well, the Dow's open has oomph. Wow. 100-point pop on the Dow. And the Russell. Russell's exploding. I was there talking with the mic muted. ES's overnight high was 67.54.75. So far, we got within 7 ticks of that. Enki still has no idea what it's doing. Yes, trying. And Q popping. And Q trying to follow ES here. And Q's high over for the overnight is 0.26. ES gets within 3 ticks of its overnight high. And there's a pop on NQ. It's showing a little bit of life. Life finds a way. NQ life just ran out. Whoosh down. ES did make a new high and then dropped. Isn't that just regular whoosh? Whoosh is when it goes down, then whoosh pop is when it pops up. All right, good luck, JC. Air fryer's done. I need to check to see if my breasts are done. Dude, I know you smell it, but dude, it might not even be done yet. You gotta chill. There we go. New lower day on NQ. Hey, MR. Didn't realize I was muted, sorry. Is this similar to mine, MR? Gold heading up. That should be no surprise. All gold does is go up. And Q and ES have picked going down. Oh yeah, good reminder there, JC. News coming up in under 3 minutes. And remember, in about 9 minutes, Trump is speaking at the United Nations. Can you hear me? Are we back? Excellent. That was fun. Did I miss anything? Doesn't look like I really missed anything on NQ. For some reason, NinjaTrader decided to shut down on the new system. Hit your live buttons, guys, on YouTube. It should get you back to live. All right, let's connect. MR, are you still here? How close is that Ninja to how mine works? I can't reconnect the bow and ox. I hate that. All right, so back to our regularly scheduled trading already in progress. Move down here. So NQ finally picked the direction, and that's down. My chicken finished while that was done. That was going on. Adding about 17 grams of salt. Trump is speaking now. About now. Can you hear me now?
Order submit. Order filled.
Ace, have you taken an Apex trade today? An MR? Yeah, I'll consider that a victory. You want me to call an ES trade? No, he's still dealing with, what, about $155 in drawdown? I just got stopped out. Damn it. Bad trade on my part. Oh, now you have about $300. No, $200 to play with. $200. No, $300 to play with. Yeah. This is going to be the blue candle I should have taken. The tough part about that is if it goes against you by just a couple of ticks before going your way, it can blow you up.
Order submitted.
We're starting to get a little life now. I mean, the ATR is 15. Nope, doesn't want to get above this 20 SMA here. Is that all? There you go. Here's ace coming back. Don't call it a comeback. Your reputation's not on the line. If you blow that account, no one here is going to think any less of you. I mean, yes and no, Ace. It is, but it's an eval. You know, that's kind of how people do the evals. If you were trading a funded account, absolutely, that'd be irresponsible. Let's say it was I don't know. You started the second one because the first one was wealth charts. So I forget exactly what day. That is gonna come down and stop me out now. Thought it was gonna actually go my way. if you go into your Apex dashboard, it'll show you when your renew date is. Here it goes. Tries to push up again. Blue candle, but giving me a white line. I could use a white line if something right. I mean, no, okay. Back to my entry. Whenever I have a rip from beans, it's a totally different situation. There you go. You got 2.5 weeks, Ace. Yeah, Son, how you doing? No, Ace, you're negative by 2,000, so you really need 5K. You need 3K to pass, but you need 2K just to get yourself back to break even. Unless you just did that with that last trade. So yeah, you need about $450 a day average, Ace. He's on the docket all day, various meetings and stuff. And Powell speaks later today as well. Just can't get forward movement up here. Should probably took in the 2 points. I didn't. We're sideways. Oh, there we go. I'm out. Ah, not out. Why does that keep missing that close button? I should be using this frickin' Stream Deck. Maybe I wasn't meant to get out there. I'll get out there. Taking 5 freaking points after that long time. 4.5 points, actually. No, 3.5 points. Really? Either way, it was still a green trade. Now it should explode up now, so. Okay, so how are we doing? Green, red, or wish you had stayed in bed? Small red USC. That's not bad at all. USC. Nice work, John. Yes, it is, JC. $5 a tick, $20 a point. Back down we come. One might say you're a very smart man for that, JC. Headlines coming out from Bostic speaking with nothing from Trump besides saying Iran can't have nukes.
Order submitted.
This world today takes everything you got. We're long, by the way. Probably should have taken the 4. ATR is 14, so you would think at one point in time it's gonna like pop up, but nope. Oh, maybe dips under and then back above my entry. Entry is 957. Nope. I could have had 6 points or 5 points, but now it's going against me. It's trying to come back though. Don't call it a comeback. Absolutely, Ace. Have yourself a great day. Here it comes back. Man. We must stop up below that second blue candle. And down it comes to hit the stop. What a horrible trading day. Nothing has oomph either way. Even now, we have less than a 100-point range. The entire range of the entire day is 97 points. And green, depending on how this trade turns out. Trump's talking now, but he's talking at the General Assembly more about military stuff than economic stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm up. My realized is 196, but this is going to be an 8-point stop if I take it, which it looks like. Yep, there it goes. So now I'm up $33. Just another wasted 3 hours of time. And now it's going to pop back right back up. Look at that. Right back to a blue candle. Gold would have had a nice trade about 20 minutes ago. Beautiful purple candle there that led to a 5-point drop. Nice, USC. Can't trust this range right now to try to take a trade. Now, if I had kept my stop there, I originally took it on that blue candle. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 candles ago. If I kept my stop below that candle, I would still be in that trade. Just ugliness. This could be the ugliest day we've seen in trading. This reminds me of a holiday. Nice blue pop there, but I'm not trusting it. Yep, I'm glad I didn't trust that blue candle. Pulled back all the way. Probably should have taken the short. That looks like a higher percentage play right now. Probably a smart, very smart idea there, USC. So NQ failed to get higher, now dropping again. Have a great day, USC. Yeah, JC, you're usually out of here by now. Crude oil's having a good day, just climbing up. Good call on beans heading upwards since the open. JC. They're a little sideways now, but pretty much straight up most of the morning. All right, Trey, you did mention that. Yeah, I didn't quite get the sweeping done. Guess it wasn't in the mood for any cleaning today. Trying to pop up. Going long on NQ if this blue candle holds. Maybe I'm not. Never mind, I'm getting a white line. White line on ES2 might see a pullback. Why don't I listen to myself? There you go, JC. Nice pullback there. 3 points on ES. All right, guys. Our time today is yeah, easy for me to say. Our time today has ended. Yeah, Mar, we were talking about it before you came in. Uh, Funded Next is, they're obviously paying. I just don't like some of their practices, so there's still a wait and see for me. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.